something wrong with society. Another media casualty. Well, here's a dose of reality in the small town mentality.
Welcome to the Small Town Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Ben. Randy is here.
Hello, I'm here as well.
Yep. Sorry, it's been a while. We're back. It's been 2 weeks. You can blame my mental health. Anyways, our guest for today is a good friend of ours. I've known him for probably 30 years. Cody Shafer is here.
Thank you.
And he was hanging out drinking beers, and I said, hey, you want to come over? And he's like, sure. So that's what we're doing. Trying to get the show back on the air, as I said to Randy a few minutes ago, because it's been a while. And I don't know if people miss us or not, or want to hear our voices or what.
I'm sure somebody misses us.
Maybe. I think my brother listens, so
It's always good to say hi to Steve-O.
we got one fan. Oh, Valish is here. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. From the Kill Tony Discord. Shout out Kill Tony Discord.
Today, Junior.
What is it? Killdiscord.com, I believe. So if you're a fan of Kill Tony, go check out that Discord. Because I hang out in there almost every day, and we do like voice chat on Discord. So it's like a giant voice chat room. You know? Do you guys remember chat rooms?
I was gonna say, is that the one you sent me the app for that we were sending shit back and forth? And
Yes.
Okay.
But that was my own personal Discord. It wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was gonna say, because there was a bunch of different ones, metal ones, and fucking punk and all types of shit. And I remember sharing a bunch of fucking videos and shit in there. So,
but yeah, Discord's cool. So if you want to hang out with me on there, I'm like I said, I'm only in the Kill Tony one most of the time. I also mod the Legion of Skanks Discord. So if you want to join that one too, I guess I'm a mod in. Well, technically, I'm a mod in both, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Where do you guys want to go with this one?
I don't know about Discord, but I've been spending all my time on TikTok lately.
oh, Jesus
I saw that.
Christ.
I did see that. I saw you were actually getting some hits on some stuff.
Yeah, I had one that was up to like 50-something thousand views.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
Yeah. And it's me making a joke about having a small dick. So,
Yeah.
of
Fucking
course.
A.
Of course, that's the one that takes off, so everybody knows. Yeah, I had one do about 67,000 once on there. Me walking around my truck. I didn't talk about my small dick though.
You motherfuckers need to get a wife. Holy shit.
56,000. Yeah.
God damn.
Speaking of TikTok, I decided to go a different direction with it. So I had it set up for the pod, you know? And so so this is what's been happening in my life. Don't judge me. I've been listening to self-motivation stuff
Okay.
and entrepreneurs in business. And they always say, build a brand around yourself.
Mhm.
And I was thinking about that, and I was like, I should start building myself rather than the pod because nobody fucking listens to it anyways. And people will come to whatever you're doing if they like you as a person. You know what I mean? So you don't
Like
listen
Henry
to
Rollins.
listen to Legion of Skanks because of the name of the show. You listen to it because of Big J Ogerson, Dave Smith. You don't listen
The
to
people,
bad,
not so much what it is.
You don't listen to Bad Friends because of the name. You listen because it's Bobby Lee and fucking Andrew Santino or whatever. So yeah, it's just build your own brand and everything else will. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens.
See if it'll fall into place.
I don't know if I'm a brand or not. Yeah, but we'll see.
There's only one way to find out, and that's by doing it, right?
Yeah, I was talking to people about that the other day. Like, I've been listening to Gary Vee and stuff, and then people have like problems with him. I was like, I don't know, it's helping me, man. I mean,
Yeah, but you can't listen to other people because everybody has problems with everybody. You'll never find anybody that has the same ideology or the same thought process as you anyway, so fuck them.
I'm sorry. I apologize for being self-motivational. I'm trying to fix my fucking brain.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to replace the negative shit with more positive work ethic type shit.
And that's why I got rid of TikTok. I was on that shit for 2 hours one night while my wife was out with her fucking friends. And I had some like self-harm thoughts come through as I exited out of the app because I wasn't getting that stimulation.
Yeah.
The next morning I woke up and was like, yeah, cool, fuck that app.
Done
with that shit.
Stimulate myself a lot on that app. Anyways.
There's a lot of easy ways to get stimulated off that motherfucker. But
yeah, me and my wife are addicted. I send her like hundreds a day. Like I just send her all the fucking. Oh, that's funny.
she'll like that.
Have you been following the Eminem with
yes
Gen Z wanting to cancel Eminem?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Or the war between millennials and Gen Z over fucking skinny jeans and side parts.
Yep, I've been listening to all that stuff.
How the fuck are you going to let somebody who's 10, 15 years younger than you fucking bully you?
Exactly. And it was like one of his new songs, right? That they were upset about something he said. And
No, it was Love the Way You Lie.
Yeah. Well, all the millennials are. Like one of his breakout songs was, "Hey kids, do you like violence?"
Right.
Well,
Well,
like the first words we ever heard out of the man's mouth.
Yeah.
well, and that's just it. You know me, I'm not a huge fan of Eminem. I mean, I respect the man for what he does because he's made one hell of a fucking way for himself.
We'll just get it out of the way. Does anybody in this room actually fucking like Eminem? No. Okay.
I listen to things like "Slaughter to Prevail" and "As I Lay Dying." So.
Does anybody in this room actually like Gen Z?
Actually, yeah.
No. Okay.
I mean, yeah, they're talking shit about skinny jeans, and I've been doing that for fucking years.
I was gonna say they can fuck off if they're gonna hate on skinny jeans. I wear skinny jeans at fucking work. That's my shit.
I'm not gonna try to be a dick here, Randy, but I think you're biased on skinny jeans.
Oh yeah, because there ain't nothing skinny about me now.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, it don't matter because majority rules, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I've never wore skinny jeans. Well, there was a small time in my life where I had like a side hawk in skinny jeans, and I had my nipples pierced, and I was always shirtless. But let's not get into that.
No, I want to know when you had your fucking nipples pierced. Jesus, that's hot. Bruce Robot?
No, I'm about to go into full rant mode.
Okay.
Now, you motherfuckers listen here. I've spent the last 10 fucking years dealing with fucking millennials and their fucking cancel culture bullshit and their fucking hypersensitivity and their fucking obsession with the goddamn 80s. So no, I'm going to enjoy it because we have a generation that isn't all that fucking sensitive, except for when it comes to Eminem for some fucking reason. Kids, what the hell's wrong with you? Seriously, get something better to be offended by. But besides that, they liked the fucking 90s, which was the era when I fucking grew up. Mm-hmm. I hated the fucking 80s, okay? I only caught the last little bit of it, but it wasn't nothing special. Anybody who thinks they like the 80s, they don't like the 80s, okay? They miss cocaine. Let's be real with it.
That is the goddamn truth. That is the goddamn truth. I caught the end of the 80s myself, grew up in the 90s as well. So, yeah, fuck all that shit.
But these kids are like, the 90s are cool. And I'm like, you know what? These fucking kids are all right. How the fuck they turned out this way? I don't know, because I know your fucking parents, and they're a bunch of idiots.
Because they got fucking participation fucking medals is what fucking happened. They thought they were fucking special. We still got fucked.
I can't say anything about participation trophies because I was never allowed to participate.
Come in a little bit.
To knock the studio
I know.
down.
I was trying to move your mic closer to the table, like scoot in just a bit.
So I had to
think thin, bro. Think thin.
I had to stretch because it's like I haven't done a full-on rant in like forever.
You had to get it out.
Maybe I should move the table up closer.
But yeah, so no, it's like I'm pretty cool with some of the crap that's coming out of Gen Z, man. You know. But the biggest
the 90s are making a comeback, man.
And I got no problem with that as long as it's the right 90s. I mean, just like the fucking 80s.
Well, isn't coming
there was
back
a lot of cool shit in the 80s, and we just overlooked all of it. I'm sorry to run you over, man.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say, aren't they remaking Coming to America with Eddie Murphy?
They just did.
They made a second one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, shit looks funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm fine with that stuff. Bring it all back.
I haven't had a chance to catch it yet, but yeah, no, because there was a lot of cool shit in the 80s, and all that cool shit just got overlooked.
Yeah,
I mean. When we brought back the 80s for the 80s party, okay, what did we bring back? We brought back Flock of Seagulls. We brought back Madonna.
Jesus.
You know, that fucking Toto Africa song. I've heard Toto's Africa more in the 2010s than I ever fucking did in the 80s and 90s.
Can we just go ahead and all admit that they just need to quit remaking that fucking song because you're not going to beat an original? I mean, okay, a couple, fair enough, but fuck off of that shit. Make your own shit. Make your own spot.
Dude, don't get me started on fucking Weezer. Those motherfuckers ran out of ideas.
Gross.
Those motherfuckers ran out of ideas decades ago. But no.
Every time I miss the range, it's always down in Africa.
Exactly.
You ain't wrong.
But you ain't wrong. But no. And so all this deification of the 80s, and what did they bring back? They brought back all the stupid, preppy, poppy shit that nobody that was worth a fuck, nobody that you wanted to fuck with ever dealt with. What did they not bring back? They didn't bring back fucking like Dio or fucking Black Flag or any of these fucking groups that were just badass. Oh no, none of those got any fucking radio play. Good God. Man.
Was it the Ramones that they got in the 80s?
Ramones, well,
Sex
70s and
Pistols,
80s. Sex Pistols,
Circle Jerks. I'm a punk rock kid, so I can go on and fucking on. So
Misfits.
Yeah, like I was telling him, I just bought an MXPX shirt, which I also got a cool sticker from them. I was like, it's 2021, and I bought a MXPX shirt this year
for the first time.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Let's Go to the Punk Rock Show is still one of my favorite fucking songs from those motherfuckers.
Yeah. I got a lot of history with them. When me and my wife first started dating, some of their songs, they're escaping me now, but I used to sing them at the top of my lungs into her face.
The Clash.
The Clash. Oh my God. We already said the Ramones, but I mean, that's just like they tried to bring back the 80s, but they left out the cocaine. The good cocaine. Not even the good, not even the shit you get now that's stepped on as fuck. But I mean, what the fuck happened?
Fucking Megadeth.
Oh, we listen to that shit all the time at work.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
No, what
Jesus
do we get?
Christ. I forgot how much I really knew about the fucking 80s. Holy shit.
What do we get? We got Devo. We got fucking Devo. That's what you want to bring back from the fucking 80s. I'm trying not to get too loud because I know there's a meeting next door.
Yes.
Who's meeting next door?
I don't know.
I think
it's a rented building. Well,
AA.
I don't know.
If it is,
wait.
If it is, I wouldn't want to violate anyone's anonymity. So
fair enough.
I don't know, so I'm not gonna ask.
Don't ask, don't tell. Maybe it's NA.
This ain't Nobody's the military. Don't even try and pull that
again. Again, you don't want to violate anyone's Eminem. You
don't want to violate Eminem? I'd violate him.
Yeah, somebody had.
It's got a thin candy shell.
Somebody else had
It
brought.
melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Jeez.
Wait
a minute, isn't that from the 80s?
It is.
Can't bring that shit back, right? Wow. Do we need to move
I'm
that or what?
I'm just knocking stuff over. I'm like, fucking. It's like they're doing the
Pop that out a
Godzilla.
little bit.
They're doing Godzilla versus King Kong as a movie. And everybody's like, who do you think's going to win, Godzilla or King Kong? And the real question is Randy going to be there making jokes? Because he'll knock down Tokyo just as fast as Godzilla.
Fucking hey, take it out. There's better towns.
This is not working out. You guys got to keep talking.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah. How far does this motherfucker?
Until he fucking hits it again.
Until he rolls back.
I need to move the table. Anyways.
Well, I'll tell you what, if nobody's listening to this, at least we're having fun.
True. I was gonna say bring back to Eminem, like what was one of his first albums? It was like him and his 4-year-old daughter dumping a body into a lake or something.
It was his wife or his ex-wife or whatever.
I mean, to be so upset over this song after all the shit that he's done.
Right.
It's because, like you said, the microaggressions is what's getting them all turned up about shit.
Yeah.
And, ooh, fuck, he said this about women. Okay.
It's like he said lots of things about lots of people. I
Yeah.
remember
That's Christina Aguilera.
I remember Eminem talking shit about Moby for being old and telling him he's too old and he needs to go home and shit when he was about 20 years younger than Eminem is right now.
Yes.
Wait, also
because that was still early thousands, wasn't it?
That was like 1999, 1998.
Jesus Christ. I guess I don't want to realize how
this
old I'm
all
getting.
reminded me of a very little puppet dog. That I believe
Triumph.
With the cigar.
Speaking of Eminem and offending people, that little fucking dog, man.
Dude, Triumph was a mean.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what the fuck was the clown that had a fucking TV show on like MTV or some shit, and he'd go around talking shit to people,
Yeah.
like on the street. That was fucking early thousands.
Yeah, the shit we went through to have people so offended is insane. The BME Pain Olympics, the 2 girls, 1 cup.
Jesus Christ. Pain
I mean-
Olympics. Holy fuck. My brother made me watch that shit.
It doesn't seem like
South Park.
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
Bro.
It seems like the millennials are more offended by shit than Gen Z.
Well, and I'll tell you,
Yeah.
there's another artist out there that, he's not, what's the best way to put it?
The shit
He's
that
like an
shaped us.
Eminem because he's a white dude and he's a
insane.
rapper, but what is it? Fucking Tom McDonald. Have you
Don't
ever heard of Tom
I don't
McDonald?
think so.
Look the motherfucker up because he's in our boat. He's right there with us. Like, you motherfuckers need to quit being such pussies. Get the fuck over yourself. Quit being offended by microaggressions and fucking buck up and do what you need to do.
You know what I was told as a kid when something hurt my feelings?
Sticks and stones.
No, I heard don't be a pussy and fucking cowboy up.
Oh, wow. We're from
Be a-
Wyoming, so
be
of
a
course
fucking
Cowboy
man.
Up was part of it. But
Yeah,
I
That was
mean,
the other half of my
Be a
age.
fucking man. That's what I heard growing up all the time. Be a fucking man. Also,
Yeah, go ahead.
Probably fucks with people, fuck with my head emotionally too, but oh well.
But no,
What
now
can you do?
we're getting into the other half of my 80s rant.
Oh boy.
It's like if you want to bring back the 80s, bring back the smoking section.
Yeah.
Fucking, we were just shooting
'Cause that-
fucking pool just across the street, and we were all standing there going, fuck. Wish we could enjoy this beer, shoot some pool, and smoke a goddamn cigarette in the goddamn bar.
Yeah.
Nope, not anymore, because I have asthma.
Everybody wants to
Fuck
relive.
off.
Everybody wants to relive the 80s until you pull out a pack of Marlboros, and then all of a sudden, yeah. then all of a
Let's
sudden,
talk
it is,
about
it
it.
is very much 2020.
Shit.
Do you guys want to know when I
2021.
had my first cigarette of my life?
Let's talk about it.
I was 7 years old.
Hey, I was 8. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
And but no, you want to bring back the 80s. The 80s was sitting in the fucking smoking section of a restaurant with a fucking rare ass, not at all gluten-free fucking steak and potatoes.
You're making me hungry.
Just digging into that motherfucker, lighting up a butt, smoking in the middle of the restaurant. And if anybody said anything about, oh well, that's really not good for you, or hey, put that cigarette out, that's gonna, that you're hurting your secondhand smoke or whatever, they called you a fucking pussy.
Yep.
Now, do you really want to go back to that? I don't, because I was there in the 80s and I got called a pussy a lot. So
That's when you just look at a motherfucker and say, I am what I eat. Hey, you don't like my fucking rare ass steak and my Marlboro Reds? Well, you ain't fucking American. Fuck off down the road. That's what built this fucking country.
Back in the
Beer,
day.
red meat, tobacco. Fuck off.
Back in the 80s when it was cool to beat the shit out of your kids and your wife. Nobody gave a fuck. There's a lot of bad parts to the 80s too.
Well, yeah, but everywhere has bad parts too. You can't point out all the bad
You
parts.
can't
though.
eat at the table with your hat on, all that crazy shit that
Oh,
people
shit.
thought were, like there's a lot of weird shit that people were set in stone on. I saw somebody post that the other day. Is it cool to wear a hat?
Wow. All right. Get violent with it. Shit.
Is it cool to wear a hat while eating? I saw that posted today.
what the
And
hell?
all of the comments were like, no, my dad
Are
would
you-
beat the shit out of me if I wore a hat while like who
As
the
long
fuck
as your
cares?
elbows ain't on the table when you're fucking eating, you're all right. That's what I've
Still.
always told.
Still even to that, it's like who the fuck cares though?
I still can't
It's
do
these
it.
weird rules that were set by people that don't fucking matter.
Well, that's true.
There's a lot of weird rules that in the past, especially in Wyoming, when you talk to old people and stuff, they're like still set in these very weird rules. It's like, who fuck made these rules? Who made this shit up?
The many generations before that,
I
they
don't know
just
about-
followed it through.
I know they follow suit, but it's like, how is it disrespectful? Tell me.
I don't know
Like,
how
what
the
makes it?
hat thing got started.
Yeah.
Except, when I was growing up, it was always you had to take your hat off when you were indoors. And
Yep.
To me, that's a military thing, though, because like when you go into
Well-
a building in the military, they make you take your hat off because it's a
well,
respect.
my family
thing.
was
Yeah, but-
military, so
That's what I'm saying. See, so
Who
Who
once
said it was
again,
respectful though?
the military did.
Yeah, but who set that rule?
someone who fucking
I'm sorry.
outranked you.
My bad. I'm just saying. Like,
Listen here, worm.
I'm saying like some guy just walked into a building and was like, you know what? It's probably more respectful to take this hat off, and then it just became rule. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, because even the Cowboys didn't even take their fucking hats off back in the fucking 1800s.
I just didn't.
so.
I don't understand it. I
But-
don't understand these weird rules that people set.
But I just found out the elbows on the table thing is because that's how sailors would eat. Because the ship rocking back and forth, they would eat with their elbows on the table so their plate wouldn't go sliding all over the table.
Yeah.
So the upper crust, put your pinky up when you drink your fucking tea crowd, decided that you should never put your elbows on the table because that's what sailors do.
Oh,
And you don't
okay,
want to be
I see.
low class.
All right. I'm
So
fucking
what?
low class.
I was
man.
gonna say.
don't
So
give a
what
shit.
they're saying is, we're if you put your table or your elbows on the table, you're lower than a seaman.
I don't know. If you put your elbows on your table, you can cover your plate and keep it away from semen. And
It's a good block, then, is what you're saying.
So
A little bit of salt never hurt nobody.
Oh, and you get too much protein isn't really good for your diet. But be careful. You never know when someone invites you to dinner. They might have plans, Harvey Weinstein style. I mean, you gotta,
As long as we're going to the island,
you a
I'm
creepy
down.
motherfucker. But this is filet mignons. I'm gonna finish this shit and then I'm gonna run like hell.
Pucker up, Buttercup.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird rules set, and like it's even so now. There's a lot of weird rules set in the opposite direction, like we were talking with Gen Z. So there's like weird rules over here for the old far right, and there's a bunch of weird rules over here for the young far left.
Exactly.
It's so weird.
And
Can't
and the rest of us are just sitting here like,
Yeah, we're like, who the
Uh,
fuck cares? On either side.
so is this gonna affect my rent?
Do I got to pay extra for that?
I got in trouble once in church for wearing my hat
Oh Jesus!
during prayer. I was praying and I left my hat on, and some old man came up.
Blocking the Jesus race.
Yeah, he came up.
Was not able to get to your
brainwaves
soul.
Can't get to Jesus.
He came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and talked to me and told me to take off my hat. And it was like,
we praying? Or?
Yeah.
I just don't want to block the brainwaves. That's all.
Fair enough.
I was. So I'd been going to that church for a long time. You know, everybody knew who I was and what I did. And he had just started going there like 2 weeks. You know, and he's like, I was like, who the fuck are you? For one, I didn't say that because I was in church, but and then we even went all the way to the Bible. It's like, see, the disciples wore hats all the time when they prayed.
What is the difference? It changes nothing. I'm sorry.
At some point, I don't understand it. George Carlin pointed this out, but it's like at some point, people, when they decided they were making religion, they decided they were going to nail the rules on this hat thing.
Yeah, I don't
like
understand.
You go to one religion and you have to wear a hat at all times. You go to another religion, you have to take your hat off. You go to another religion, the women have to wear hats, but the men can't wear hats. You go to another religion and the men have to wear hats, but the women can't wear hats.
Just let people be people, man.
I'm happy you brought up George, because at one point in time, he also went off about how religion was, besides a fucking joke. Yeah. He was like, you know, all these guys pray to something that there's no physical proof of. I mean, yeah, okay, cool. There's a fucking book that was written by people that heard stories of people that claimed they were there. But he was like, you know, I'm going to pray to the sun gods because I can actually physically see the sun. It gives me warmth, you know, things like that. And ever since I watched that, it was like, that motherfucker's right.
I used to talk about that with the stand-up routine when the winter would hit. And we'd get sometime around February, sometime around this time of year. And it's a really brutal Wyoming winter. I start thinking, why did we stop sacrificing people to the sun gods? I'm just saying,
back.
Who used to do that? Who did that? Who sacrificed the Mayans, the Aztecs? Yep. Where did they live? They lived in Mexico.
Yeah, down
what
south,
does Mexico
baby.
have? Sunlight.
A lot, and heat and comfort. Fuck, I want to go back to Arizona because God, I loved it there so much. Everybody's like, oh fuck, 130 summers. Yeah, that's like fucking 2 or 3 days out of like a year. I'll take it, bro. I will fucking take it. I can fish all year round. Yeah.
They probably stopped sacrificing people when people stopped being virgins.
Are you a virgin?
You don't see a lot of virgins anymore.
Fair enough. You know, I believe
they're a commodity.
I believe in unicorns, but I don't believe in virgins.
Yeah. They're a commodity nowadays. Very sought after.
So you'll never see a unicorn because you'll never see a virgin.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing is, I hate to switch gears so hard, but these guys that go and kill themselves, a little hawk bar.
Yeah.
Are they really getting virgins or are they getting 72 Virginians?
They didn't say male or female, by the way.
I was going to say, so pitch or receive.
Imagine,
like we're getting deep in it, but
imagine getting to heaven. There's just 72 dudes that also killed themselves. You're like, oh,
hey,
shit.
baby, how you doing? I come to give you a good time.
Well, maybe it's 72 virgin cocktails.
Oh, there you go.
And then you get to heaven and it's a big bar and you get like a drink ticket where you can get like 72 non-alcoholic drinks.
Let's go. It's a party.
It's cool to be sober and vomit, right?
I've done that. Tanner was on a couple of weeks ago, our friend from way back in the past, and he goes, I was like, do you remember those times where we used to just take everything out of the fridge, mix it all together, drink it, and then puke? Speaking of puking sober, we used to do crazy shit like that all the time. As a teen, like a pre-teen or whatever, I was a weird fucking dude. Like I said, we were Kool-Aid, dyeing our hair, drinking everything in the fridge, fucking all kinds of weird shit.
But the Kool-Aid dyeing your hair thing, here we go back to the 80s. That was what you did to dye your hair so your parents didn't yell at you because you could wash it out.
Yeah, I guess.
So, I mean, that once again, that was a punk rock thing. But if you want to go down the road of trying crazy shit, I always remember, especially here, me and a buddy Alex, Mr. Vihar, and James Marshall and all my fucking crazy ass friends that I
know all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say people I smoked mad fucking amounts of pot with. We would always get fucking stoned as shit, and then just grab something and be like, "Yeah, cool, this sounds good. Fuck yeah, I'm stoned. This sounds good," and throw that shit together and then cook it, and see how good it really fucking was. So.
Well, there was a reason why James' nickname was Squints.
Well, he had two lazy eyes. I mean, let's be honest. That was the true reason. But when he got stoned,
high all the time.
The funny part was though, when he got stoned, his eyes opened up more. So it was like the reverse effect.
Man, people's nicknames. Fuck. Especially back in the day.
Well,
some of the shit was fucked up.
Mike Lewis is still to this day Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say that 10 times fast.
Okay.
Baba
no
Booey. What was that? That's Stuttering John, wasn't it? Stern Show?
Yeah, that was a Howard Stern thing. I don't know.
Yeah, Baba Booey. I think that's Stuttering John.
Seeing he was getting into graffiti with me, that's when he started writing that. Is really where that one started. So
I don't know, man.
shift gears.
I was gonna go back to dyeing hair. I've thought about it a lot lately because I guess midlife crisis or something. I don't know. It's like I work.
That shit can't happen in your 30s. Fuck off.
I was like, well, I
Hey,
work.
you don't know how long he's gonna live.
Wow.
Also, I
All
work
right.
by myself. I don't really deal with customers that much. I was like, why the fuck couldn't I?
So you
just
need
dye my hair
a-
pink or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need a pink mohawk.
Yeah, bright pink, something
Fucking
like
A.
that.
Hey, you need to get that goatee.
I used to
done,
do
too.
that all
That'd
the
be
time.
gangster as
When me and
fuck.
my wife first met, I had fucking purple hair or some shit,
Yeah.
blue, purple. I
Yeah.
don't know. I used to dye my hair all the fucking time. And my wife's got green hair right fucking now. So,
Well, yeah, but she didn't mean the green.
huh?
I thought she didn't mean the green.
Oh no, she did it on purpose.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because she likes that teal, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty gangster. Stormy keeps saying, "Oh, I want to dye my hair," and I'm like, "Fucking do it then."
That's what I've been thinking about that a lot lately. Because like, who the fuck came these rules that we were talking about earlier? Who the fuck came up?
Full
See, I'm gonna
circle.
dye
with the
my hair
goddamn
silver.
rules?
I've started to notice I'm starting to go gray,
Yeah.
Silver fox.
and I'm like, I'm gonna go gray
Fucking
on
lean
my
in.
terms.
Yeah, it's lean in.
Or I just might go ahead and wait for it to go gray, and then I'll just dye it all like a motherfucker when I'm old. Because one of the things I got when I was growing up was, my folks would never let me dye my hair. Oh my God, you want to talk about throwing a fit and getting your ass whooped? That was the ass whooping. That was the one. I mean, I pierced my own ears with a damn sewing kit when I was 13. And that was not even as bad as if I tried to dye my damn hair green. Okay.
Oh fuck! I'm right there with you, and now I've got fucking big ass gauges, so I feel you.
So, and it's like, okay, and then I grow up and I move out and I dye my hair all the fuck I want and whatever. And I'm just going back and I'm like, Mom, why the hell didn't you let us dye our hair when we were kids? And she's like, because that just wasn't appropriate. That just wasn't, I don't want you doing all that. You're grown.
Okay.
You can dye your hair all you want now. I'm like, no, I can't because I have to hold down a fucking job. You could have got away with it when I was a kid. You could have let me get it out of my system.
I don't think it matters anymore. But Timmy said pink hair. A whole bunch of us dyed it. Yeah, at Big Jake's house. Speaking of bad nicknames,
P Duck. I missed the fuck out of that kid.
Big Jake is a fucked up nickname for somebody.
But
Somebody brought like a pink hair dye just into the house. Somebody just had it in the house. There was like 13 of us, all same hair color, same night. We're all drunk as fuck. Just
gangster.
we all took a picture together. All pink hair.
It's out there in the internet, just like our rap song.
Yeah. Yeah, true. To your point, with the rules and who makes, and I don't think it matters as much anymore because you see like memes now of doctors and then like a picture underneath them all tattooed up, earrings on dirt, motorcycles and stuff. It's like I think society has more accepted that sort of thing.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it.
You see doctors and lawyers, tattoos, earrings, everything.
Yeah, you're right. But now that I think about it, now that you mentioned some of this stuff, I'm starting to remember some of the cringy shit that I did when I was a teenager. And I'm just like, James, Dustin, Josh, burn everything. Burn the tapes. Burn the pictures.
No evidence of anything, goddammit.
Next week on the pod, you might see me with pink hair. See what happens.
Do it. You won't.
I no longer want Dustin on this show now. Don't tell him what the hell was coming out.
He's got too much evidence on you or what?
I was telling PJ when he came in, speaking of doing stupid shit when you're drunk, you can't see it.
There it is.
Little tiny guy. Yeah. I got this tattoo. When we were really drunk. Was it last weekend? It was last weekend
or 2 weekends ago.
We got pretty drunk and somebody goes, I got a tattoo machine. We're like, go fucking get it.
Fucking
He brings it in. Everybody was tattooing each other. It was a fucking mess.
This is why
it's not a good idea.
This is why I only drink with you here because ain't nobody gonna bring a tattoo machine here. Don't you fucking even.
Well,
Barry was.
He doesn't know.
What?
Somebody brought a tattoo machine up here like 2 months ago.
Oh yeah.
I got a tattoo during the podcast.
I got tattooed logo on.
I mean, if they do my leg, I'm all right with it. But
I'm just gonna if I get any more tattoos, I'm just gonna get the word tattoo right across my forearm.
I think I'm just slowly reverting to youth. Back, I'm just slowly reverting back to youth. I'm getting random tattoos in houses. I'm getting
I shit you not, dude. I feel the same way.
Dye my hair now. I'm thinking about re-piercing my nipples. Like, fucking go. Let's do it.
Can't say I haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's been reworked, but can't say I haven't done it.
But dude, I shit you not. I feel the same way. It's like when I was growing up, I was a fucking old, grumpy old man.
Living through your dad.
I don't know what it is. I'd be sitting in the fucking third grade in the back of the class with a fucking Wall Street Journal and a cigarette. Like, who let these fucking kids in here?
Marlboro Red, right? Or a Camel non-filtered.
But he busts open the screen door with a shotgun and a white
Who the fuck are you?
Get off my lawn.
Turkish camel.
Turkish. There you go. Fair enough.
You go with a Turkish camel when you live in Marlboro County?
Grew up in Marlboro County.
I know. That seems like, why would you go with camels?
Well,
You gotta rep that county, brother.
Yeah.
we weren't getting any of that money.
Fair enough.
You think we had Marlboro money?
I was gonna say, I do have to say though, if we're gonna bring up piercing and gauges though, I gotta look at it.
I've got a controversial thing.
5/8.
Do it live. What, my nipples? Is he asking me to do my nipples live? Maybe. I might do it for the show. We'll see what happens.
Do it live. You'll get a kick out of that one, Mr. Religion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
I need to go bigger though.
You're not religious.
Used to be.
I used to be very.
Yeah, because I'm religious. You're not religious.
Not anymore. No, I think it's. I think
Did
it's
I
very
just
silly.
set myself up though?
No, I didn't know if you were talking to me or him for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
What do you mean by religious though? Let's get into it.
I'm Christian.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Fair
not a dick
enough.
about it.
You ain't a Mormon, so we're good. I married into a Mormon family, and Jesus fucking Christ is one of my favorite sayings, and they're not a fan.
Latter-day Saints.
I said that to Stormy. She didn't find it as funny as I did.
But yeah, I kind of fell out of all of that. But I was gonna say I've got something controversial, thinking of like piercings and stuff. It's not controversial as much for my daughter, because a lot of people get ear piercings at like very young age. That's like a normal thing,
Right?
But she hasn't had her ears pierced yet. She's 5. But both of my kids want their ears pierced. Now, considering my son's 7 and he can think for himself and he asked for it, I just didn't know if society was ready for something. Like, I don't know if he's going to get bullied at school or what. But I mean, and they close. It's not like you can't just take them out and they'll close. You know what I mean? It's not, if they're just normal earrings like mine, in a couple of weeks they'll be gone.
It's not the 80s. If you get your ears pierced, don't mean you're gay anymore.
I know.
I mean,
somebody even told me, like, just make sure it's the left side. I was like,
oh Jesus,
Doesn't
pierce them fucking both. Who gives
Just
a
make
shit?
sure he cleans it. That's probably the
Exactly.
biggest concern.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is making sure he keeps it clean so it doesn't get
I am a little
infected.
worried
Yeah.
about my dad seeing it because he was that person when I got my ears pierced. He was not a happy camper.
Neither was my mom, and she is just fuck. She's a 70s fucking 80s person. So
He had to switch accounts so he could get a shout out for his podcast.
oh shit.
Not that Kevin podcast. It's all good, man. But yeah, I was thinking about that a lot.
I'm
lately.
not Kevin podcast.
Then who are you?
Let's be honest.
Well, hold on, because I have a theory that in every group of friends, and I know I'm going to catch y'all for this, but in every group of friends, there's one idiot named Kevin.
Okay.
It just does
Everybody's got a Kevin.
Shit. Yeah,
I do have an idiot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have an idiot Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. You're an idiot.
he's not necessarily stupid per se, but he does stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I know what Kevin you're talking about.
Dino Toes.
Yep.
Man, people's fucked up nicknames.
Dino
Di-
Toes,
Dino
P-Joe,
Toes.
P-Duck. Jesus fuck.
Hell, we used to call our Kevin the kid in the helmet.
I don't think I ever had a fucked up nickname. We hung out with this one kid for a long time. We called him Jizz. That was his nickname. Dustin Campbell.
Ah, see, and I only know him as Dustin. I never knew him as
You
Jizz.
didn't know him as Jizz?
No.
Jesus Christ!
Yes, my son.
When I was growing up, my nickname was Cheeseburger. And good God, looking back, I got off light.
Yep.
Fuck.
This guy Cheeseburger for being fat. Good Lord. If I wasn't fat, I would have got a really personal nickname.
I was saying, then the fucked up part is we got people like Fat Dan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. People have
Big
fucked
sexy.
up nicknames. Wait, you got
Oh, shit.
you got P Joe.
Yeah, that's just because
We had-
that was what they called motherfuckers on the rig when they didn't know their name. So
We had P Duck for Purple Duck. I don't know
Dude.
why.
P Dizzuck, I still to this fucking day love the fuck out of that kid.
Yeah. speaking of P-Duck, by the way, he creates all the graphics for us. Timmy's Stickers, I think is his name of his company.
I'll tell you what,
Shout out
that
Timmy Stickers.
motherfucker can cut some vinyl, dude. That motherfucker knows what's up.
He makes all the Small Town Mentality
Hell
stickers.
yeah. Out to you, P-Duck. Fucking love you, brother.
What are you doing?
I was looking for all the spunk lube and ball wash stuff since we were doing the shop.
You know what?
Uh-oh.
It's underneath here. You know what happens? So we have other people that record.
Oh, right, because Michael was in here.
Yeah, Mike.
Last week.
Time out with Michael. He records in here, and he's more of family friendly show. I guess.
Yeah.
So he hides.
I hope I never go on that show because I swear way too fucking much.
He hides their stuff. So he hides the spunk lube, which is underneath here. I can see it, and he also has covered up the Sex Drive energy drink cooler once or twice for when he has people in here because he's nervous about it. Here you go. You want some spunk lube? There you go. You can have some spunk lube.
Use that for later.
Yeah.
That shit home.
It's been a long day.
I'm getting a text from Emily to tell you about Spoonie. Full disclosure, I tried to get the Spoonie name to catch on. Nobody else called him Spoonie.
Okay.
Because I noticed every time this motherfucker told a story, there was a spoon in there. Like one time the dude was on some hard like acid shit or mushrooms or something. He's just tripping his balls off, and he had a fucking trip about the Keebler elves attacking him with like egg beaters and attacking his dog with egg beaters and wooden spoons and shit.
Huh.
Jesus.
Yes.
I want some of that shit. God damn.
And this is the same guy who got kicked out of Waffle House for arguing with a spoon.
I need to meet this person.
Then jumps up on the booth, and I hate telling because these are his stories. I hate telling the man's stories for him. I feel like these are his stories to tell. But then at one point he just jumps up and loudly announces, "This motherfucker just said Jesus was a pedophile." It got thrown out.
I need to go to a Waffle House with this motherfucker on some bomb ass drugs. Hell yeah.
Every fucking story, there was a spoon in there somewhere. So I just started calling him Spoon Man or Spoonie.
To go full circle on generational with Gen Z being offended by everything. That's what they didn't get with our generation. We also obviously were bullies. We were fucking bullies and we could talk shit. And if somebody told a story, you would let them know. Like almost immediately, you would just start digging into people.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's where all the fucked up nicknames came from. Like you just said, Spoonie. Because we would give people shit. That's just what we did.
The problem is
you can't roast each other anymore.
Well, and that's just it. I still hold that today because even up at the shop.
Emily, I'm not telling them about the spoon in the freezer, all right? I'm not putting that. I'll tell those other two stories. I'm not putting a man's business out in the street, all right?
That's his story to tell if he wants to tell it, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
I'm not putting his business in the street like that.
I was gonna say though, so up at Yeti, we got a young kid that works there. He's like fucking 20.
Yeah, hazing. Hazing's not a thing anymore.
For us, it is. I don't give a shit. Well, we call him fucking Young Buck, and another kid started, and he was like, "Oh well, that kid fucking started, so I got seniority." I was like, "Yeah, but he's like fucking 23. You're 20. I'm sorry, you're Young Buck."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't."
It's like, don't worry, his name will come later.
Well, and we don't really know that kid, so it was like, I mean, your shit is already come and gone. So
don't worry, he'll eventually say something stupid and never live it down.
Do something stupid, say something stupid. One of the two. There is no in between.
That's what happens when you meet these new people. You wait, and then they say something stupid, and that's
you
when it happens.
Hold out for it. Fuck yeah, you hold out for it.
That's when the fun starts.
With me, you don't have to wait that long.
Yeah.
Well, P-Joe would come damn near overnight, so I understand. I'm right there with you.
Speaking of saying and doing something stupid, I'm going to bring up one of your things. Do you remember when we all used to hang out in the underground?
Fuck, of course.
The underground parking lot.
It was literally like a block away. Fuck yeah.
And by the way, they had to close it down because too many kids were fucking around in there.
Kids got fucking stupid.
Spray painting
yeah, they got fucking retarded about shit. Fuck all that.
Speaking of being stupid, do you remember the time that you drove that Eclipse?
No, we talked about this last time I was on this fucking podcast, and it wasn't fucking me. It was fucking Ben.
No, it was you.
No, it was not. Because it was Leah Vreeland's car,
yes.
And it was fucking Ben Lugo.
He's the one that drove it into the wall?
Yes. Yes, because I know how to fucking drive, Ben. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
It'll forever be you in my head.
No, but it was fucking Ben. No, fuck that.
I do remember you driving around down there all the time in that car, though.
Well, yeah, because I hung out with Leah. We smoked mad weed together. I fucking loved the shit out of her.
What did we even
Still
do down there?
Skated.
I guess.
Well, I mean, that's what me and Ben and fucking, oh God, who else? Mike, Seth. Well, Seth didn't really. Seth just kind of fucking hung out, but James was a fruit booter. Me and Mike Lewis fucking skated, and then Casey Clark, that kid actually fucking grew up. And
back in the day when everybody had those cars that are like super side. That's like the time.
Yeah, but hers wasn't even the turboed one. That's the problem. Is it was an automatic fucking loud four banger. That's all.
Shit
it
was like hanging off of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'm saying is that was like the time when Fast and Furious and shit first came out, and everybody had Preludes, and everybody had Lancers, and everybody had Eclipses, and.
If we're going to be honest, no, it was actually a few years after that.
Yeah, it's true.
But it was still when that shit was, it became more popular. Second gen fucking DSMs. Speaking
of like living in the past and trying to regain your youth, like people, I mean, the Skylines are $50,000. Dodge Neons are still like $30,000 because they're still so sought after that people are like, I want that because I used to have it when I was in high school.
Well, but the problem with it is now that everybody and their dogs, since they saw fucking the second Too Fast, Too Furious, they're like, I want a fucking R34.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's still not legal in the United States. The newest thing you can get is an R33, which was the fucked up version, which was still in the first Fast and Furious. They had an R33 in that motherfucker. And because Brian drove one in Too Fast, Too Furious, dude, the last one I seen was a V-Spec that went for $150,000.
Yeah.
Fucker had over 100,000 miles on it. They still wanted $150,000, and it sold.
Yeah, I bet. People just trying to relive their youth, man.
I want an R32, but I don't have $35,000 for
drive around tuners.
I drive a fucking Subaru. Don't give me too much shit, you son of a bitch.
You're still living it.
I want to, but now my Subaru is lifted instead of dropped and doesn't make shitloads of horsepower like my other one did.
I just got rid of my Subaru. Fucking mom car, piece of shit.
Yeah, too bad that you fucked the brakes up and fucking it rolled off the damn trailer into the fence. Yeah, we're gonna go down that fucking road, bud.
It's not break. See what I said? When you do something stupid, people will let you fucking know. That's the generation we're from.
And whether you drive a Subaru or a Chevy Nova or even just an old busted ass Studebaker, you want to make sure your engine is well lubricated. You also want to make sure your engine downstairs is well lubricated with our sponsor, Spunk Lube. Go to spunklube.com.
Spunklube.com.
Use promo code STMPOD to save 15%.
It's true. And after you have fun with your Spunk Lube and you want to wash that off, go to ballwash.com. Get that funk off your junk. They've got nuts, butts, and body wash, sack spray, nut rub, good head shampoo, and all kinds of fun stuff. Go to ballwash.com. Use promo code STMPOD. Save yourself 15%.
So I get to take that home because I came onto the podcast, right?
This is the only one we have, and I've been using it for the ads. But you can save yourself 15%.
I'll take it. Sold American. Sign me up.
Ball wash. Keep the funk off your junk.
Speaking of,
keep the spunk off your junk too.
Speaking of Fast and Furious,
oh Jesus!
Just the first time, I just started when I first started to realize I was getting old. When I was doing a stand-up show, and it was the college show. It was the same college show where I was doing all the fat jokes, and all these college kids were just looking at me like, "He's body shaming himself. What do we do? Get him to a safe space."
How do you body shame yourself? I'm lost on that one. That's kind of fucked. But
and you'd be like, I'd get in a safe space that I could fit.
I wish I'd have thought of that. From now on, I did. I'm writing it down. That was
stealing that one.
But no, and one of the kids in front of me was just talking about how he wrecked his dad's car trying to do some shit that he saw on Fast and Furious, and how really pissed off his dad was, and his dad hit the roof and was yelling at him and this and that and the other. And I'm just sitting there in the back like, did he whoop your ass? He should have whooped your ass. I'd have whooped your ass. You should have whooped your ass.
If I'd have done, hell yeah.
If I'd have done some shit like that, I'd be on the back of a motherfucking milk cart. If I'd have wrecked my dad's car trying to do some shit I saw in a Vin Diesel movie, they'd have beat my ass until I answered to Toby.
I wrecked fucking Nate's fucking Ford Explorer into a rock.
Yes. That's the one. That's the one I remember.
Hey, we were out trying to pull some Tokyo Drift shit.
This is true.
And I was like, I got this. Hello, like 10-ton fucking rock front fucking fender, bye-bye headlight. Like
it was when they were redoing the river down at the park.
Yeah.
And they had just like those giant ones that they put in there. I mean, they were huge boulders.
God.
I forgot about that until you brought that up. I'm not gonna lie. And then the kid was an awesome friend. I don't even know where the fuck he's at nowadays, but
he's back in Evanston.
Is he?
His dad is a fucking dickhead.
He's still, yeah, I was gonna say he was then too. Homeboy took one for the team and was like, no, it was me. Like told his dad he personally did it, not me. And he let me fuck off.
I wasn't allowed to see him for months after that.
You weren't even part of it.
I was in the back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, good times though. Good fucking times.
Me and Cody here have wrecked quite a few vehicles.
We almost rolled your fucking parents' expedition up at the high school.
Do you remember
me, you, and Steve-O?
Do you remember my '88 Chevy S10? We went up behind the high school, jumping it and stuff. And I did not check the oil because I was 16, we threw a fucking rod through the.
We were only slightly stupid. Fuck it.
That's just.
You're welcome. The worst part is I'm a 20-year mechanic.
How did y'all come out alive with all these adventures?
A lot of vitamins, TH and C.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what helped me make it through church.
I've known Cody for way too fucking long. There was times where, because he used to hang out at my house all the time. My mom used to have this like Stepmaster thing in the living room, and we're all just hanging out watching TV. And he's on the Stepmaster. He tries to be funny, drops his fucking pants, and then my mom walks in the room. And he's like, "Oh shit, oh shit!" And he's like one legging it on the fucking thing.
You would fucking bring that up for me trying to show my shit to your mom, you asshole.
Yeah, Cody's been pantless in front of my mom.
You ever hear a story and you hear the setup to the story and you're automatically like, I'm not sure I want to know where this goes.
All right, just pause.
By the time they mentioned the Stepmaster, I'm like, no.
I don't like where this is going.
Stepmaster is definitely a 90s phrase anyway.
Is there going to be in a trip to the emergency room involved?
It was, yeah, I guess you're right. It was one of two ways. Is either going nasty or it was going, oh, that motherfucker got hurt.
Were you there when I busted my face open in the
I was thinking bowl?
On my bike?
I
said, were you there when I busted my face open in the bowl with my bike, my BMX bike? I was trying to do a transfer, and then I just woke up in fucking AJ's car on the way to the hospital.
No, I missed it. I was not there for that one. Holy shit. Fair enough.
I ended up getting a date out of it. This girl came and saw me at the hospital, and
I was gonna say, with who?
My face was all bloody and cut up and shit.
And she thought you were someone else.
I guess.
I was gonna say she pulled the pity card is what happened.
Either way, we dated for about 6 months after that.
No. So it didn't last long. Fair enough.
Once my face got healed, she's like, I'm out.
I just remembered. No.
Yeah. You just don't look as good as I remember.
You can't pull jokes on trying to drink dick.
What are you trying to drink, Dick? Anyways.
Wow. Thanks.
I'm trying to think of some more old stories that got us into fucking trouble and shit.
I'm still lost in the one of when we almost rolled your parents' fucking. What was that? It was a
Some
Ford
stupid
expedition or whatever, dude.
I used to drive.
Steve-O driver was you.
I used to drive around town in that thing, like seat all the way down and back, and all the windows down, just blaring.
Oh, yeah.
50 Cent and shit, and just cruising down the road.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh man, there was like a bunch of songs in the 2000s, like Fat Joe, 50 Cent in the Game. I can't think
Eminem.
Yeah,
I mean,
Eminem.
we're gonna go ahead and come back round, but
I used to get a lot of shit for that. People did not like.
Well, because you were white and
That's
you were
true.
hanging out with a bunch of brown kids.
And there was a town with a bunch of cowboys.
Oh, sorry, we don't listen to your brown. Fuck off.
True. Yeah, he's just like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I'm just waiting for the next fucked up story.
Yeah, well,
and you said Marlboro
remember.
County. So where are you from then? Wyoming, isn't that Wyoming? Marlboro County?
no, he's from South Carolina, North Carolina, one of
South
the Carolinas.
Carolina.
How in the fuck did you make it here?
Oh, I got lost.
Not a hard place to do.
So just figured I got lost in the mountains, and I'm like, well, the Donner Party. I don't want to end up like that, so I'm just gonna like find a job up in this town called Evanston, and we're just gonna hang out for a minute.
So Donner Party, you had somebody with you then, or a couple?
Well, not when they found me.
Donner Party,
fair enough. And that is the second darkest joke I made tonight.
Oh fuck.
No, I was like, there's
Were you just trying to get away, or I mean, were you on a mission to get somewhere? Or...
Well, there's a lot of mills, that manufacturing plants, stuff like that back east. This is around the time when all those were shutting down and being sent overseas.
Where they used to kill horses for dog food?
No, they made glue. Get it right, motherfucker. Shit.
No, they were also dog food.
No,
the hooves were glue.
No, the one I worked at made dump truck parts, but okay.
Damn.
So it was a steel mill.
I know some women that could use that.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we made dump bodies for dump trucks. So
like the shit that's up in the coal mines and things like that, and the heavier. Right. Hey, I did that for a while.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, coronavirus,
for
fucking me out of that job.
Yeah, we'd sell the tarp systems and install them and all that shit too. But no, and you had a lot of cotton mills.
Yep.
Textile places. These places were all getting shut down, and the unemployment rate was just insane. So I had a friend of mine who was like, "Hey, come out to Wyoming. I got a job in the oil field. It's a sweet job. Just come up here, get a job in the oil field." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
That's my wife.
I was gonna say, and I seen P-Duck, so fucking A. I need another beer. So you were aiming for the oil field then, right?
Well, yeah. So I worked in the oil field for about
what'd you do out there?
4 months.
Who did you
work for? I worked for an equipment rental place. So we would deliver like lights and shit like that.
Okay, light plants and shit like that.
Yeah.
Heaters and whatnot.
Right.
Fair enough.
But one thing that kept happening is I kept getting fucking lost.
Not hard. No, I'm not even shitting you. It's not hard in an area like this.
It's especially not hard for me because I can get lost in a fucking elevator, man. I have no sense of direction.
Holy shit.
I used to call elevators people changers. Somebody go up, somebody else come down.
I call them fart chambers. You just get in there, let one loose.
There you go. Have a good trip.
Yeah, so I'd get lost a lot or whatever. So naturally that didn't work out. But by that time I'd already met Emily, so I just moved. I was in Marbleton then and just came down to Evanston.
Okay. Fair enough. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Your car could have broke down. You could have been fucking homeless, and they could have tried to tell you to get the fuck out. Like the cops usually do around this fucking piece of shit town.
I was trying to think of more fucked up stories this whole time. And sorry to change the subject, but were you ever with us when we got caught like naked at the park?
No,
Okay.
fuck no.
Right, never mind.
No, bullshit. Let's go down that fucking road because I'm kind of fucking interested.
It's all good.
I want to hear about Benny's dick. How about y'all?
Notepad, and I'm just taking a separate set of notes.
Benny has a small dick.
That's not going to that. But
Well,
yeah,
at least
I want to go into that.
At least he doesn't have a TikTok going viral talking about it. So
we used to.
But he could at this point. Shit.
We used to have. Like we used to play sex and stuff. You remember sex? Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Anybody?
Fuck yeah.
Or freeze out. We used to
Oh
freeze out.
fuck yeah. Oh shit. Wow.
Super gay. Thank you. Thanks, Em. Appreciate that. But yeah, we used to play sex and stuff. So we'd be like, somebody'd say it, we'd hit the roof or whatever.
I'm telling you, it was the kiss, pop, pop, tap, pop. And then the last motherfucker to do it
had taken our clothing.
Damn right.
So by the time we got to the park,
I have no idea what anyone is talking about right now.
Let's go for a ride. Fuck that. Let's go for a ride. The Subaru's outside. Let's go for a ride. I will have you naked in no time flat. I promise.
By the time
the last time someone said, "Get in my Subaru, I'm going to have you naked," it was a lesbian who thought I was a lesbian. So
yeah.
I mean,
that's why I keep the beard.
I'll take a mustache ride if you're willing to give it.
Good night, everybody. If you had your socks on, it's not gay.
Thank you. I did.
Lavelle, quit being mean.
So anyways,
is this what it was like to have friends as a teenager?
Bro, this is what it was like to grow up in fucking Evanston, Wyoming. That's
I used to do some weird shit. So we played sex. By the time we got to the park, it was like 10:10. The park's closed at like 9. Yeah, so the cops obviously showed up when we went in there. Every single person in the Jeep was nude. Everybody. There was like 5 dudes and 2 chicks. It was very bad.
Ratio was off.
Way bad ratio. So yes, I agree with you. Emily was gay. But yeah, so we see the cops pull up. They flip on their lights, and they're doing the thing. We're like, oh fuck.
Hurry, get your pants on. Get your pants on.
Yeah, and I did that multiple times.
Are you trying to?
We used to play that all the time.
Are you trying to do a ratio?
He's trying to figure out the seats.
All right, hang on.
All right, not
Hang on,
everybody
we
was
got-
in a seat.
No, we got 5. Hold on, we got 5 dudes,
2
2
chicks.
Okay, we got 3 holes per chick. I'm just trying to figure out if the numbers do add up. I don't.
Eventually, they will. Hey.
Okay, if my math is right, then you're short just one. One of the guys is gonna have to take one for the team.
It's called
That's just.
a centipede, man.
I thought it was human pee.
Everybody can fit it in somewhere.
Got dark quick.
I was not ready for that one.
Everybody's got a spot if you try hard enough.
It just takes a little bit of force. It'll always go in.
But yeah, we used to do shit like that all the time. I remember racing completely nude in a Jeep, racing out of Flaming Gorge because we were just driving around playing that game,
I never went to.
And one of the park
Flaming
rangers caught us, and he tried to stop us, and we were just gunning it, and he just like kept getting in front of us and shit, and we're like doing this thing. We bust out of there, and we fucking book it down the road, like 75 miles an hour.
I ran from the cops, but I never ran naked.
From a ranger, not even a cop.
I mean, well, me and Mikey Lewis, we used to bail over fucking fences, literally about 2 blocks down, because we'd go out and flip the fucking teenagers off when we were younger than them, so they would chase us.
The funniest thing,
haha.
funniest thing I ever saw in my life. They thought we were having a party at our house. Remember we used to have the Halo things, back in the
Over
day.
at Mom's house.
Yeah, so we used to do like these Halo parties, right? And so they thought we were having a party, and they came to our house, and me and a friend were sitting there at the back porch smoking a cigarette, and we just look up, and there's old Festus trying to
You would
climb the
bring
fence.
fucking Fess up, wouldn't you? You would bring a fucking family member into this shit. Jesus.
He's trying to
fuck.
climb the fence, and by the time he had gotten over the fence, we could have been in another town,
Well,
and we were
yeah.
just sitting there the whole
He
time.
was
just
probably
watching.
fucking hammered ass drunk.
We were just watching the guy the whole fucking time. It was great. It was good stuff.
I remember running from the cops and fucking some bull dyke ass bitch. Me and Mike Lewis jumped over a fence, and all we saw was the fucking 3-foot bitch with a 5 foot fag foot.
I was
5
actually
foot.
I was
5
actually
foot
pretty
man.
weighed down. If you know what I'm saying.
Ooh. Vitamins T, H, and C had you down a little bit.
Did
Helping you
naked
out?
driving make you more aerodynamic? Okay.
We got lots of stories like that. Lots of cops, lots of messed up shit as kids.
It was just easier then, though. Like you said, I mean, we're going to go ahead and hit the rewind button again.
Okay.
It was a hell of a lot easier in the early thousands to flip a fucking cop off, say fuck you, and then run, because they would jump out of their car, run, look for you,
And then, give
and
up.
then fuck off into their car and go on about their business.
There was no such thing as what's it called? If you're out past midnight,
curfew.
curfew.
Hey, I did just honestly think of a fucking story, though.
Okay.
Do you remember Officer Evans?
No, we're airing out people's shit on air here.
I
This is-
don't give a flying fuck, because the motherfucker's older than we all are damn near combined. So he was a cop at one point in time. He's the one that busted me, Seth, James, Mike at the high school when fucking Bennett walked up. Your guys' eyes is res
Dude, I got
devil's
some shit on
dick.
Bennett too.
Right. But anyway, we were out fucking skating one night after fucking curfew, and I had a fucking joint roll in my ear. And I totally forgot about it because I was all fucked up, didn't give a shit. And we were skating down at fucking Depot Square. And that motherfucker rolls up, catches us all out after curfew, and goes, I'll tell you what do you got in your ear? And I was like, nothing, maybe a cigarette. He was like, yeah, a fucking marijuana cigarette. And I was like, oh shit. No, that's not what that is. And he grabbed that motherfucker and smelled it and said, bullshit, that's not what it is. And I was like, fuck, all right, cool, we're all going down. Sweet. Or well, we ain't going down, but I sure as fuck am. And he goes, I'll tell you what, I'll let you boys go as long as you don't say anything about this. We watched that motherfucker smoke that whole
Hell
joint
yeah.
by his goddamn self in his fucking car that night. I swear to God.
Hell yeah,
Fuck that motherfucker.
Well, dude,
Smoked
you-
my joint.
brown privilege, man.
Fuck off. Shit. Yeah, you look like you was going somewhere with it. What happened?
I was just gonna make some comment about, well, dude, he probably had to do something to get through that fucking shift.
I don't blame the motherfucker. It's Evanston. What the fuck are they gonna do? Bust a drunk or a crackhead breaking into somebody's fucking garage to steal $5 worth of tools?
Oh man, yeah, we had some fun stuff. Fun stuff in the past. Nobody knows these names or who we're talking about or whatever else, but
I hope not. Oh well.
yeah, I had a thing with Bennett one time. He used to kick me out of the school all the fucking time. He was the principal at our high school, by the way. And so I dropped out at 15.
Vice principal.
Well, he was the principal at the time, I think.
Oh, fair. Yeah, fair enough.
So I used to get kicked out of the school all the time because I dropped out at 15 and I no longer went there, but I was just always there hanging out with my friends.
I remember.
He's kicked me out all the time. One time we were there and he caught us all hanging out in the hallway and somebody's like, what class are you in? Go to that class. What class are you in? He's like, he looks at me, what class are you in? I was like, seminary. He's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, Christian going to a Mormon class. Yes, that's the one. The wood shop teacher. I can't remember his fucking name. I technically through marriage, I'm somewhat related to the person, but anyway, fuck him. That motherfucker threw away a $210 fucking skateboard, brand new. Caught us walking through the hallway with it. Grabbed it from me and was like, "You don't need this. Come get it after school." Okay, I showed up after school. Oh well, Bennett's got it. No, motherfucker threw it in the goddamn trash can.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude. Am I bringing up some?
Did you get a skateboard?
No, that's fucked up.
Huh? That's what you've got?
No, I said that's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
I miss skateboarding.
Oh, man. Well, I wrote Spoonie down.
I wrote guys in hats.
I got nothing.
By the way, before we start winding down, I want to
I guess since we are putting everybody's business out on the street, what the dude was he put the spoon in the freezer and then used it on his girlfriend later. That's
Whoa!
Dude, that's almost an Alaskan pipeline.
Figured if I didn't tell the story, people would assume the worst anyway. So
I don't know if it gets much darker. That's pretty rough.
Oh man,
damn, we're already gonna cut this down. I'm having.
I was just gonna give a shout out to a Witch's Vape Shop downtown Evanston, Wyoming.
Damn right.
For being a supporter of this very show for years and years and years, and we love you, Holly, and you're awesome. So if you're ever in town, head over there and check her out. Oh, yeah. But yeah, because we already did all the sponsors.
Well, but she's got good prices on shit too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. When I moved back from Gillette, that was when I got back into vaping. That was like the first spot I went. Period.
She's been an official, unofficial sponsor of the show for quite some
unofficial.
time. Quite some time. Shout out to Lavelle, and Holly, and all those people down there.
Where's Chad at, Lavelle? I miss my Chip. Where's he at? I miss Chip. I miss the 240. Oh shit! Here we go about to fucking Fast and Furious again. Shit, I just had to bring up cars.
So back in high school, speaking of high school and all these stories, I used to have a 1995 Ford Escort hatchback, and it had aircraft paint. I paid like $400 for the fucking thing. It had aircraft paint, catback exhaust, cool air intake. I thought it was the coolest shit in the fucking world. You'd hit the gas and it sounded like a tuner, right? Except for I went 0 to 60 in 5 minutes.
So it was like a Honda, all sound and no movement.
Yeah.
Like I know when Ben says I paid $400 for this fucking thing, and it's Ben in high school, I'm like, I know this is not going to a fun place. This is not going to have like a healthy, happy, productive ending.
I don't know. It was a pretty good time. Yeah, it was a pretty good fucking time.
The only story I was going to bring up is one time I raced a guy in like a brand. It was like an 08 Chevy Cobalt. And he fucking smoked my ass.
Well, that's what happens when you take an NA against a turbo or a supercharged, depending on which year, make, and model.
It does have a happy ending, though, Randy. I sold that car for $600, and I bought my wife's engagement ring, and we have been married for almost 10 years.
See, how the hell am I supposed to see that coming? You guys spent the entire night talking about I wrecked this car, and then I flipped this car over here.
No. We never officially went over. It was just really close. Like you felt a wheel leave the ground.
Well, you want to talk about some crazy wrecks. One time I went over to the valley to get some pussy. And on my way back, I dropped a cigarette and I was reaching for it. A friend of mine, Marcus, says, "Hey," and I look up and I'm going close to the guardrail, and I went like this. Which, for the audio listeners, I jerked the steering wheel
to the left. Let's be honest.
And let's just say it flipped a few times. There was no seatbelts. I ended up all over the car. And
I want to say I do remember some shit like that.
Yeah, so that was my sister's car. She was not happy about it. I flipped it a few times, broken tailbone, and when the ambulance got there and they had us all on stretchers and strapped in, they go
necked out and shit.
They're like, "Let's get out of here. Who's driving?" And I go, "I'll drive."
Let's do it again. Fuck it. Why not? This time maybe we'll get out.
I try to look up from the straps. I'll do it. I'll drive.
I am sending this episode to certain members of my family. Because like my mom and my sister, they won't let me borrow their car to this day. And I never did any shit like that.
Okay, now you have to elaborate though. You can't go out and say some shit like that, and you gotta elaborate. Well, why will they not let you borrow a vehicle?
Because they're assholes?
Nah, bullshit. There's more to it. Don't lie to us.
I didn't get my license until I was 21.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that don't fucking count.
My brother didn't get his license till he was 18, and he got it the day before I got mine because he didn't want me to beat him.
Oh, Jesus. He would be that fucking person, wouldn't he? Love the kid, but Jesus.
Reckless nudity. Wasn't naked on that one. Yeah. I wasn't naked in that story, but I have been naked in quite a few stories.
A Mitsubishi, not Jesus fucking. It's because you'll get over the DSM, I promise. He will.
No, I remember, though, being in my 20s, taking driving lessons like a freaking 16-year-old and trying to get my shit together so I can get my damn license.
So, okay, go
there's
ahead.
a driving instructor, and I'm going to parallel park, and my mom is in the back seat in the fetal position because she's scared I'm going to wreck her damn car.
But parallel parking really is not even that bad.
Yeah, dude, fucking
cut it hard enough, you're good.
Got a job delivering pizzas, and I'm a fucking master at it now. But shit,
got to start somewhere, right?
I think parallel parking was probably the only part of the driving test that I managed to get the first time. First time I took my driver's test, I flunked it 3 times.
I took mine in Evanston, Wyoming. So they were like, drive around the block. All right, cool, you're good. Here's your fucking license. Fuck off.
Yeah, well, I ran a red light, turned in a no turning lane.
I ran my first red light the other night.
I've ran
delivering to a friend. I guess I've ran that way
in my life. Numerous,
but I never fucking did any of the shit you guys were talking about.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Well, all right, Benny. What else are you gonna fucking bring up from our past?
I actually got a couple of stories because I got more accidents and being naked. But do you guys remember the double dog dare? Right?
Of course.
That was something you just did. If somebody
wasn't that another 90s, like late 80s
if
thing?
Somebody double dog dared you, you fucking did it. And that is most of the reason why I was naked in public so often.
Reckless nudity. Well, there you go.
But one time, it was like the last day of school. We're all hyped up. We went out on this drive and we're gunning it. We're doing like 90. And this guy with a trailer is sitting in front of us. So we go up to go around him, right? And here comes a guy coming straight at us. And he does not turn. He doesn't hit his brakes or anything. So we go off the side of the road, spin it, flip around, hit that other car, throw him like a bullet off the fucking road. Dude broke his back. Anyways, that's not the moral of the story. We go to the hospital. We get checked out. And I have to take my shirt off for the nurse because she wants to check me out. Right?
Of course she does.
Okay. So like I said,
it
was the last day of school, right? Yearbook signings. I did not have a yearbook. So I went to the high school to hang out with all my friends on the last day. Obviously, skip past Bennett and whatever else.
Slide by.
I did not have a yearbook, so what everybody did was took the liberty of signing my body. So I had signatures all up and down my body, all kinds of fucked up weird shit said. Seth writes heaven with an arrow pointing down at my dick, all kinds of shit.
Austerling?
Yeah.
Bob.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
so the next,
Bob signed him. He just wrote a B on one cheek and a B on the other cheek.
So
well, he put the O in the middle. I mean.
So later that day, like I said, I'm in the hospital. I got to take my shirt off. Let's just say the nurse had a lot to read. She was very happy about that.
Were you with Nate when when he wrecked his parents' fucking
That's the one.
avalanche?
That's the
Yeah,
exact
that was it.
story.
I was gonna say
the
that
exact
that's the
story.
only one I can
Yes.
remember, because that was when Nate told me that he realized that those were such hunks of shit and plastic
All right.
when he looked over and saw the fucking V8 sitting next to him.
Yep.
Take a breath. It's all right. Take it all in.
No, I was just reminded of something that happened a couple years ago, and now I gotta. Okay, I will. Fine. Damn it.
To bring it up. Fuck,
Mention-
would you?
Mention the drink thing, Chris. Okay.
Dude, your
I wanna
fiance
I
is
wanna
trying to throw
preface
you under
this.
the bus here.
She is trying to throw me under
She's
the
like,
fucking bus.
Fuck all these guys' stories. Tell your stories.
You got one
No,
bigger and better.
No,
Hit
she's-
it.
No, she's gonna get me fucking killed. I mean, I sent my mom a link to this episode.
Oh, fuck.
I'm praying to God that she just ignored the hell out of it.
Oh, okay.
We got tattoos.
Mhm.
Christmas Christmas 2019. Me, my mom's husband, my fiance, was gonna be my sister, her husband, and my cousin, but they all pussed out. And we all went and we got tattoos. And that's what we did on Christmas Eve, the morning of Christmas Eve. Okay?
We gotta get Jake or Tevin in here to get you a tattoo on the show.
No.
Okay.
Anyway,
If that's the case, call me because I want to be here. I haven't been inked in a while and I need it.
so let me preface this by saying that's what we were doing. We were on our way to get tattoos.
Uh-oh.
And why is my phone going off?
Shout
Is
out
that
Fat
Mom?
Boy Tattoos, by the way.
Anyway, so we're on our way to get tattoos, and Mom's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're all going to get in my car because your sister, your cousin, her husband, they all canceled on us.
Your sister, your cousin, your husband, all the same person.
Yeah. Uh,
You are from the South.
I married my sister.
I apologize for that one. Go on.
Anyway,
Well, no, I officiated my sister's wedding. And I have to phrase it like that because I learned that, when you have a thick Southern accent, you can't just go around saying, well, I married my sister. And her and her husband needed somebody to marry him, so I went ahead and married my sister. No.
My grandpa married me, my wife.
So we're all getting in.
Wow.
She's running us through the plan. And she's like, we're all going to get in my car and we're going to stop at McDonald's somewhere and we're going to get breakfast. Okay, we're going to go through the drive-thru and we're going to get breakfast, but you can't get anything to drink.
what the fuck?
I want y'all to eat something because I don't want nobody passing out while they're getting tattoos, but you can't get anything to drink. And it's like, why? Because you're going to spill it in my fucking car. And I don't want you spilling no drinks in my fucking car. I'm like, we are on our way. I am a man in my 30s. We are on our way to get tattoos. Can I please be trusted with a sippy cup or something? What the fuck?
I just wanted a goddamn Coke.
Exactly. All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Just one fucking
a
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
She wouldn't give it to me.
Just a
Fuck
Pepsi.
yes. Sorry.
Speaking of,
Here we go. 80s again. Hey.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that happened to me today. I just bought a brand new, off the lot, 58 miles, 2021 Dodge Ram, and we went out to dinner today. My daughter spilled her drink in the truck,
Welcome to having kids.
on the back seat, all over the fucking place.
So you couldn't have a drink in the car because she didn't want you to spill it. Then
Right. Then we get tattoos. We finally talk her into letting us get like screw cap bottles of Coke from the convenience store,
some pop.
So we go and we get
Pop,
that.
soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, it depends on where you're from. How
Not
you
get bogged down by semantics.
Oh fuck.
Then a couple days later, we because me and my fiance were staying. This was on the other side of the country, back in South Carolina. Didn't really have the money to rent a car or anything, so we just we're staying with them for the Christmas holiday, and we borrowed her car and went down to the store. Okay, and then Emily gets like was it kind of milkshake or a coffee or something. Em, help me out. Anyway. So
You were there. Get it.
She's wanting to tell the story in the comments. And she fucking spills it in the car, and I just flip the fuck out.
Oh fuck.
Because never mind an entire fucking childhood of getting my ass beat for this minute fucking shit. The older I get, the more I realize just how minuscule this shit was that I got my ass
Come
beat
on the
for.
ground.
Yeah. And never mind that, she just 2 days ago just fucking told us, you can't drink in my fucking car because you're going to fucking spill it. So I am just freaking the fuck. I mean, that almost ended our fucking relationship right then and there.
Damn.
And it wasn't her. It was me. I was being an asshole over an honest fucking accident. And
so what you're saying is you overreacted.
and nobody ended up naked in that story.
Apologize.
Sorry, ours isn't as good as yours.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying my stories aren't as interesting as yours. I mean, I'm gonna have to.
It's because look at him. He's a fucking twig. He's always been a twig. So like he's like, oh yeah, skinny.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I still get naked sometimes to this day in certain situations.
So
No,
are you saying?
Okay, hold on. A, Emily said, "A, I don't remember." B, throw me under the bus. Honey, don't start shit, and there won't be shit. You started shit, so now there's shit. That's just the law. That's out of my hands. That's just the law of the universe.
That is.
I was not going to tell that story. You wanted me to tell that story.
The story has been told. It's out.
But so now I told the story.
I was gonna ask. So does that mean every time I jump on Xbox and see you on there, do I need to jump into like a private chat and be like, Benny, are you naked? Yes. All right. Cool. Fuck it. I'm out.
I mean, like almost every time we drink with friends, at a certain point of the night, we get to a place we like to call shirts off.
Do you need a beer then?
See, that doesn't sound right.
So I take my shirt. So if you got me on Snapchat, you've seen me with my shirt off numerous times.
I need you to add me on
Yeah.
Snapchat.
It's at Never Been Funny, if you're wondering. Or no, it's never or not. I don't know. Not very funny. Find me on Snapchat. So if you want to see me, my skinny ass body with the shirt off when I'm drunk,
I mean,
where you can find that.
I was gonna say I'm never not down.
Okay.
When do we get to see you with no shirt on?
Man,
I've envisioned it quite a few times.
We could, but YouTube would take it down for like nudity or something.
Well, let's just go ahead and hit pause. We'll take a second.
Something about me having like, actual titties. So
Orangutan titties. That's what my wife tells me. Put those fucking things away.
But I completely lost my fucking train of thought. Reckless gay nudity.
Always sounds like a good time to me. I mean,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
fuck it. Let's get crazy. Fuck it.
I start picturing Ben with his shirt off, and now I can't remember what the fuck.
There's that hard right you were looking for.
I have the effect on people. I don't know if it's good or bad.
Oh,
Most
no,
likely bad.
Could be a bit of both.
I
Yeah.
don't know. And the stories that I have that are interesting are not dumb shit that we did because we were kids. It was shit that just happened to me. Like watching a guy lick a rat's ass for a quarter when I was 8 years old. Or
My buddy just sent me a text. His name's Zach Sams. He's a younger kid, but he's fucking good shit. He says, hope your night's going good. Send me the link to the podcast you're on.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah, I will say it. Fucking Zach. I love the shit out of that kid. Let's go ahead.
Do you remember the tunnels?
I don't want to know.
Did some crazy shit.
No. It's the Chinese tunnels.
I was being politically
Dude.
correct, but yeah.
No, fuck that. It's the Chinese tunnels because the Chinese built it. Like
That's true.
I mean, that is politically correct. It's what the trains go down. Like that's.
I guess. Anyway, so there was this tunnel built outside of town here, and they ended up going around that.
Fuck. Sorry, I gotta send a picture of my buddy.
They ended up going around the tunnel with the train tracks and never using the tunnel. And so what we were always told was they just killed all the people that worked on it and buried them in the tunnel. So we used to go out there all the time to get freaked out or whatever and share the story and ghosts, and you'd walk through and it's super dark. But I used to drive through that fucker full speed with just the hazards on. So every couple of seconds you'd have light. That was fucking best.
Bro, I swear to God, I seen a dude holding his fucking head in one of the hidey holes. I swear
Everybody
to
saw something in there.
God. And it tripped me out because I was out there with my fucking sister and shit and all her friends. And like I was trying to be, oh yeah, I'm young
I'm a
Billy
man.
badass. Yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
man.
I'm a man. I can do this shit. Nah, fuck that shit. I made it about halfway through and was like, nope, fuck you. I'm out. Fuck that shit, bro. You start seeing people holding their fucking heads and it's like a perfect apparition. Nah, I'm good. You got anything? No?
You want to go there? I'll take you.
The fucking bowling yard's just down the way.
I told you, man, I'm the only one in my family that hasn't seen a ghost or had
We can
any
get
kind of
scared
experience like that.
and naked if you want.
Bro, so what you're saying is we need to take him to the tunnels. We all need to strip down and streak that motherfucker.
Yes.
Then you're naked with a bunch of dudes and you get to see a ghost. It's a double whammy. Don't think about it. Just do it.
We have different definitions of whammy. Maybe that's the reason I don't have any of these fun teenage stories is because I was an asshole that didn't want to do anything.
We did a lot of stupid shit, man. That's not even. We didn't even cross the amount of stories and stupid shit I did as a teenager.
Did you ever find our rap?
I've got it. Yeah.
Well, because I know last time I was on the podcast, you said you was going to put it on there, but
I'll put it on the Patreon.
oh,
I thought you already put it on the Patreon.
I might have.
You'll have to send me the link because Jesus, fuck, that was rough. I think I was fucked up then too.
Probably.
On some,
we were all.
Well,
weren't we all?
Yeah.
Whose nudity would scare the ghosts away?
Be more specific.
Okay.
Be more specific.
If you're gonna picture me nude, this is for the listeners. All right. Now I want you to set in. If you're gonna set in, clear your mind. If you're gonna picture me nude and walking down a dark tunnel, imagine just this shining light that everyone would be
Casper as skinny as could fucking be with some twigs.
Everyone would be able to find. I would never be lost. Where's Ben? Oh shit, there he is. That's what would happen if I was nude.
So it's like Edward from Twilight. Shitting, sparkle, sparkle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess if you were to picture me naked, it would be like, you know, that footage of Bigfoot where he's running across the field? And kind of like that, just fatter with a little bit more patchy body hair.
That's perfect. Actually enjoyed that image.
I was gonna say, fuck, I need to be a photographer then. I want to catch that on the run.
Oh man. How would people picture you naked?
Now we have to name this episode Reckless Nudity.
I was gonna say brown gold. That's all I got.
This is brown.
I'm bronze.
Oh man. All right. Let's get the fuck out of here, guys. I appreciate
I'm 3 beer deep, so I definitely got to piss. So
I appreciate you coming on, hanging out.
I don't have to piss.
That means you need more water.
Uncheck.
You are dehydrated.
This is like my 3rd bottle of water, and I do not have to piss.
Uncheck that from your small town mentality bingo cards. Randy made it through an entire episode
without going to piss once.
Also, we didn't mention all the things. You guys know the things.
We didn't mention any of the things.
Oh, shit.
I'm not going to mention the things now because then.
I'm looking back, there were opportunities, and no, we did
plenty.
not mention the things.
Yep.
This has been a very strange episode.
Lots of nudity.
Well, this got
would
weird.
Have to say.
I apologize, but now you know what all of us look like naked. So you can just have that. That's free. You can keep that.
You're welcome.
That's free content for you in your head. So song of the week this week goes out to Hannah Bearcat and their new single Cycle. You can check that out after the show. Audio listeners only, obviously. CurrentCallRecords.com. Current Call Records, always hooking us up. You can go to the network, DramaCityProductions.com. Find out all the shows on the network. You can follow us everywhere at STM Pod on all things social media. Obviously, Ball Wash, Spunk Lube, Randy.
Randy Garner Humor on Instagram. Rando Garner Humor on TikTok. Restless Native spelled with an 8 on Twitter. And don't worry about Twitter. I'm never on Twitter.
You can follow me personally everywhere. Never Been Funny with 1 E. Yes, it is a pun. And now you can find me on TikTok at the same name. And Cody.
I guess you can go ahead and find me at PJo1320 on Instagram. Other than that, it's Facebook for me, Cody Shafer. I'm just another motherfucker. It is what it fucking is. So.
Become his friend.
Sure. I don't add motherfuckers I don't know. So if I don't know you, don't even worry about hitting that add or the follow button. So fuck off.
Sweet. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out. The chat was on fire tonight. I appreciate every single one of you.
Hell yeah.
And until next week, go fuck yourselves.
And have fun.